Hi, Sleeper here. We need to talk about Temple of Sleep. This is, in my opinion, the best video game ever made. I've been on so many adventures in that world, made so many friends. It would be a shame to keep those stories to myself, which is why I want to share them with you. You're about to hear the first chapter of my latest adventure in that game. If you like what you hear, head over to leavingcorvat.com and get access to all 5 parts of Temple of Sleep.
Mr. Crow Gaming and Tinfoil Laser Gun Productions present Temple of Sleep. You are now at the main menu. New game. Continue. DLC. Options. You have selected new game. Select your difficulty. Hard. Brutal. Instant death. You have selected hard. Are you ready to start? Now loading your new game. If I may offer a suggestion, stay awake for as long as you can.
Okay, so here's the situation. I've got nothing planned this weekend. I've got no work shifts. There's food waiting in the fridge. I've got a big pot of coffee right here. I'm sitting behind my messy desk, my smelly, chill clothes. Let's just say I'm ready to game. The start of every new game is disorienting. I've been playing TOS for hundreds of hours, but it's always the same when you start. It's like waking up from the longest nap. You're completely confused, and you have no idea where you are or how you got there. This time, I wake up in the middle of a forest. I'm on the ground. My character needs a second to get back up. It's always like that. The first game you ever play, you have no idea what to do. With most games, there's a prompt, or some kind of tutorial, to guide you through the basic controls and game mechanics. But with TOS, you just start, and you're in the world, and you have no idea what's expected of you. This time it's a forest. A dense forest. It looks European to me, but I don't think the world of TOS mirrors Earth. It has familiar elements, but it's also very alien. Especially the inhabitants. Those are definitely abnormal. I try to look for the sun, or something to give me any kind of orientation. I don't want to end up walking in circles. But the canopy is way too dense to see anything. It'll be hard to navigate my way out of this place. It'll probably take me an entire session to do so. But that's okay. I have all weekend. And if my character isn't safe by Monday, I'll call in sick. I mean, one day doesn't matter, right? But that's the absolute max. I won't take Tuesday off. 4 days of gaming is too much. So, no matter how much work I've put into surviving, how much of the world I manage to explore, come Monday night, if I have to give up all progress, so be it. On Tuesday, I go back to work. I swear. I've been walking through the forest, trying to find a path or any way to kind of make sense of my surroundings. It's starting to get dark already. That's a very big bummer. There are always more raiders at night. I don't know why. I don't think there's any logic behind the raiders' AI. They just hunt for players, and players are weakest at night, because it's harder to find shelter. Also, I haven't found any food or water yet. There's berries here and there, but I have no idea if those things are poisonous or not. I've managed to craft a very basic bow, and 2 not very sharp arrows. I've been stalking this deer, but it's getting darker and darker. The bow probably won't even kill it, but I have to try. I'm getting hungry and... Wait, is that... There's fire. I can smell the wood burning. And I see the flickering red and orange against the canopy. And I think, yeah, someone made a campfire. This is bad. Incredibly bad. Because fire will attract raiders for sure. This must be a first-time player, or someone who's just trying stuff out. Doesn't care about losing progress. So, what do I do? Do I try and help this person, but run the risk of getting attacked also? I have no real weapons yet. No gear at all. But on the other hand, that fire is attracting attention to this whole general area, so... fuck. I have to go over there. I've circled all the way around and made my way onto a small rock formation next to an open field. There's a campfire, all right, a big one. And right next to it, there's a new player trying to sleep. This guy's as good as dead. You can't go to sleep unless you find a temple, but I'm gonna try to help him. I'm climbing down the rocks, but I'm being careful, keeping an eye on the wall of trees surrounding us. Last game, I was able to stay alive for 30 hours of playtime. I collected so much gear and explored a huge part of the world. I joined a pack of other players. They seemed friendly, but ended up killing me for my stuff. That happens a lot. Other players lure each other into traps. It's a shame because the game is much better if you explore the world with other people, if you share the places you find. Hey, guy, put the fire out. Your character won't go to sleep out here.
Who's there?
I'm a player, and you're going to attract raiders with that fire of yours. Or whatever else lives in these parts.
Wait, I am? Sorry. Oh, gosh. This is my first game, and I have no idea what to do. Yeah, my brother told me to play TOS. It's his new favorite, but this game sucks. What's the point of it?
Just put the fire out, please. We need to leave here. I'll explain what I know once we found...
Uh-oh. Oh, wait, that's not good, is it?
No, it's not good at all.
The sound I'm hearing, the music? Yeah. Oh, that's like bad stuff music, right?
We have to run. Now. I turn around to make my way back to the rock formation when an arrow flies right by my nose. It buries itself into a tree trunk. The impact makes it vibrate like a tuning fork while I stare at it, as if resonating to the frequencies of my peaking fear. The bad news is, the raiders have weapons. The good news is, they only have simple ones, probably crossbows. A second arrow flies by and lifts me from my frozen state. I turn around. The other player is running my way, which is stupid. He should have just disappeared into the forest, not cross an open field first. But, okay, I get it. He's new and he wants help. So I wait for him, and then we run together. 2 arrows fly by. One of them hits him in the arm. His reflex is to stop, but I drag him along with me. He'll make it if that's the only wound. We can heal it in time. But we have to lose those raiders before another arrow finds our hitboxes. My first game, I got attacked by raiders almost right away and died. I was about to throw the game out. I thought it was way too hardcore for me. But after making some tea, I decided to give it one more go. There's this Reddit page I found about Temple of Sleep, where players share their travel logs. They share stories about places they found, about the mountains they climbed, the remote villages they found. It all sounded... The way players talked about the game made it sound like it was a great adventure, and I was looking for an adventure more than anything. A big journey, away from Corvat, and my job at Best Burgers USA. Anyway, I decided to start another game. One more try. This time I woke up in some fishing village of the coast. That's when I realized you'll start somewhere random, different each time, and some start spots may be more challenging than others. This one seemed a bit friendlier. There were people working the boats or making nets. It seemed peaceful. Once I started walking around, it did seem a bit off though. I mean, it was so quiet. No one was talking to each other. Everybody was just focused on one task, or standing in place, kind of waiting. It felt like the whole town was a scene from the Truman Show, you know? As if everybody was just waiting for me to do something. Made me kind of uncomfortable. So at some point, after eating a bunch of fish and drinking some sodas to get my energy levels back up, I started asking people if they knew what I was supposed to do. But nobody did. They just played their one line of dialogue. "Storms are coming, young man, trust me. By the time you're my age, you'll be able to read the horizon like a fortune teller." Hi, sir. Can I ask you a question?
"A storm is coming, young man, trust me. By the time you're my age, you'll be able to read the horizon like a fortune teller."
That's good to know. Maybe you could point me in the...
"Storm is coming, young man, trust me. By the time you're my age, you'll be able to read the horizon like a fortune teller."
After exploring the village for a while, I decided to stop. I took a shower, walked over to BBU, and flipped burgers for 8 hours. Came back home. For some reason, I booted the game again. Even though it made no sense to me, there was an attraction in that mystery. I decided I would try to leave the fishing village on a boat. Try and find the edge of the world, the invisible walls. But when I chose continue, I started all over again. I mean, I hadn't accomplished that much, but my character was gone. The food and drinks and gear I'd found in the village was gone, and I woke up somewhere completely different. I had lost my progress by exiting the game. That third time, in a rare moment of mercy, white letters appeared on the screen. "Find a temple of sleep to survive."
Find a temple of sleep to survive.
I'm not the kind of gamer to Google things. I like to figure it out myself. I don't mind a little suffering in games. I mean, I played Escape from Tarkov for like 4 wipes, so I know what it's like to lose everything. But this game was just too vague. It was time to get some context. I sprint through the darkness, dragging my new overwhelmed friend along with me like a parent trying to catch a train. He tries to pull the arrow out of his arm, but it won't work. There's no healing yourself in this game. There's only finding shelter and hiding until the storm passes. I can hear raiders jumping from tree to tree like predatory monkeys, swinging in the canopy until they catch up to us and drop down like kamikaze pilots. When you see them, they seem like survivalist nut jobs that have been on the road for too long. They're human, those raiders, but they do supernatural things. I've seen a raider dive into the ground, drilling down as if the earth became fluid to his touch, and pull his victim down below. The fact is, I'm not exactly sure what they're able to do, or when they attack or stop, or where they come from. The fact that the game mechanics aren't obvious makes the raiders scary. The unpredictability makes them seem real, even when they do surreal things. For some reason, it's hard to believe it's an AI hunting me. The longer I play, the more real it all seems. One of them has a gun, a big gun, and I think he's shooting from above. That was really, really close. The bullet hit the ground right in front of my feet. The caliber is so enormous, it blew a small crater in the soft forest floor. Dry leaves and black earth sprayed all over us.
This game is crazy. There's nothing we can do?
keep listening for a kind of chime.
What?
That's our only escape. A temple of sleep. I think I heard one earlier somewhere around here, but it's hard to navigate through the...
Fuck. I can hear something.
What?
Wait. Let's hide here for a second. Is that the sound?
Yes.
Oh, what does it mean? Why is it
We
important?
need to follow it. There's a temple of sleep nearby. We followed the faint but distinct call of a nearby temple, running in a straight line as if there wasn't an army of crazy raiders hunting us down. We just kept going, but couldn't find anything until we broke the tree line. There was a stone structure in the clearing, a ruin. It looked like an old Roman temple reclaimed by the forest. Ivy wrapped itself around the 5 columns hiding the entrance. Its wooden doors were almost completely eaten away by the elements. The rookie and I dashed across the open ground, the muscles in my neck clenched, anticipating the shot that would take me down. But we made it to the other side and threw ourselves inside the yawning doorway.
Hey, thanks for saving me. This place is, nice. It's calming.
We're safe in here. The raiders can't get to us. And you'll heal back to 100%. See? The arrow in your arm is gone.
Yeah. Oh, and there's a save progress option now.
Yeah, this is the only place you can get some rest and stop the game without losing anything. We were lucky, though, finding one so fast. There's parts of the world where there's not many temples around. So sometimes you have to keep playing for hours and hours on end, or guard each other in shifts.
But why would anyone bother wandering off? Like, I mean, why not just stay close to a temple?
Well, I don't know. Doesn't that kind of sound boring? I think exploring is the point.
There's gotta be a tutorial or something at some point, right? Something that gives you a hint on how to progress the intended way.
I've played for like 15 hours. I've never seen a tutorial, except for a prompt to find a temple of sleep. But listen, let's game together. We can watch each other's back. I'll show you how cool this world is. Maybe we can try and find a lodestone somewhere close.
What's that?
It's a stone that points you in the direction of interesting or dangerous locations.
Okay. I just don't... Okay. All right. Yeah. I still don't really get the point of it all, but sure. Cool.
Maybe we should try and find out what the point is together. I mean, I haven't got any plans this weekend.
Hey, me neither. I'm just going to be AFK for like 5 minutes, all right? Answering nature's call. But, hey, after that, all yours.
Sounds good, Kevin26. Let's game. Want to find out what Kevin and I discover about Temple of Sleep? Consider heading over to leavingcorvat.com and getting the full 5-part story. Thanks for your support.